Good morning. My name is Paul Martin, and I'm talking to you today from the corporate offices of Martin Healthcare Advisors here in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And what we wanted to talk to you about today were synergies. And the synergies we're going to talk about today relate to the merger or acquisition of two healthcare or rehabilitation businesses and how you can enhance profitability by the identification and the execution of synergies that exist between the two businesses. First and foremost, what we find is that many companies are able to identify synergies as it relates to the combination of two businesses, but it's the execution of these synergies that actually produce additional profit and additional value. So the first step is to have a specific plan for identifying what synergies exist with the company that you're merging with or potentially acquiring. Now, let's talk about some of the two major areas of synergies. First area of synergies are revenue enhancement synergies. Some examples of this could be markets or marketing that the acquirer company may be doing that the parent company or the acquirer may not be doing, or potentially special programs that the acquired company may have that the acquirer may not have that could be utilized on both sides of the business. Acquisition opportunities that the acquired business may have that could be capitalized on post-acquisition. And certainly within the revenue enhancement side is the addition of markets and physicians that could potentially add to the existing business prior to the acquisition. So revenue enhancement, we believe, is a real strong major area of synergies that should be explored. The other major area of synergies are cost containment or cost savings. And this is where we find the most typical synergies in centralized systems and functions, centralized billing and collections, centralized administration, centralized human resources. And in some cases, this could be a decrease in the number of staff that the acquired company will need in moving forward due to some of those centralized functions. But again, as we said before, these synergies must be identified. But even more importantly, there needs to be a plan for the execution of making sure that these synergies actually produce profit and actually generate an increase in value of the combined entities. We find that's where the biggest mistakes are made by acquirers. When businesses are acquired, there is an identification of synergies, but there is not enough follow-up and planning and strategizing to make sure that the synergies are executed and that the profit has actually been unfolded with the combination of the businesses. As it relates to the merger and acquisition, certainly with the combination of two businesses, we believe there is an enormous return on investment opportunity when the acquired business or the merged business has identified synergies, you execute on those synergies. A 5-year return on investment for these businesses that are acquired are enormous. So when you're looking at possible mergers, make sure that you identify early those synergies and make sure that you have a plan for the execution of those synergies. And again, to your long-term profitability and success, thank you from Martin Healthcare Advisors.